Alright, the serious news anchor still has a problem with the comedian and can't get her in her mind you think differently, right? Two cannot walk together unless they be agreed, right? Right. Well, what you thinking may not be what I was thinking either. Because someone in his mind not have been as big a deal as in yours. He was on Saturday Night Live, silly. That's a different era than Bob Hope. He's not Bob Hope type comedian. He's a different type of comedian. Now, you're holding a grudge if he didn't do it and you just saw one photo, right? Where it appears like he's touching you and yet is not, right? That was for the troops to joke around with them. If you've seen the movie, I forget the name of it, I'll look it up. But in one of the scenes, there's a young boy at a dance, and he plays what's called Tune in Tokyo with this girl who's at the dance with him. And he asks her, "Can I play Tune in Tokyo?" And she says, "What's that?" And he starts grabbing her breasts. Well, Al didn't really grab your breasts, but it was in a similar fashion. Now, there are people who are really being raped, really being sexually assaulted, not you. You just misread the comedian's sign that he did yours, right? That's miscommunication there, right? That's neither good nor bad. That's not sexual harassment either if it only happened one time. Even the photo ain't sexual harassment, right? You're confused about what that really is, right? Sorry, honey, Leanne, you're wrong. You and your crazy husband, if he put it up to you, is wrong. That's the point there, too. It's not the same situation. Rape is physical, unwanted sexual contact in certain areas of the body, too. My pastor cannot put his hand between my butt cheeks ever, and that be allowed, right? No one can do that. Without my permission, right? He never had permission. I don't do that with no male, right? That's what Shane Sanders taught me, right? Someone makes a move on you like that, you jump out of bed to get away from him as fast as you can, and you tell him no, right? Now, of course, Shane was in a different situation than me because the whole church was filled when he did that, right? Now, wanting to hit someone, right, and hitting them are two different things, too. Well, what went through your mind and what went through his? Now, do you not know the difference between a comedic French kiss and a passionate French kiss as well? I know. Anyone can do a French kiss with anyone now. That's a common thing in comedy now. What's not common is your reaction to him because you were thinking Bob Newhart, USO, right? Well, this ain't Bob Newhart. This is 2006, right? Bob Newhart is dead, honey, right? You were thinking along the lines of a different comedian, too. Bob Newhart and Al Franklin are two different comedians, right? Grew up in two different errors, and things like that, right? The comedy Al is used to might be more handsy, right? More, in your mind, forceful, right? But you're also a news anchor, right? Right. You take things more seriously, in a way, too, than Al. You know what I mean there, too, right? A kiss, even if it's a bad French kiss, is not a physical assault unless he does it twice, right? A kiss is common, right? Even in comedy, right? Whether it's a French kiss or whatever, right? Now, the thing is, how do you get your tongue in your mouth unless you open your mouth, right? That's the only way it could be a French kiss, right? Right. So it was supposed to be a sloppy French kiss, right? In his mind. In your mind, it was a forceful because he grabbed you by the neck and stuff like that, right? Well, you didn't ask him what he was going to do first. The communication sort of broke down, right? He asked you to rehearse a scene with him, right? And he told you to a point what he was going to do in the scene. But your idea of the scene and his idea of the scene were two different ideas. Now, once you asked him not to do it again, did you do it again? No. That would be further real sexual harassment if he did it again. The same way. The first time was a rehearsal, right? Trying to show you what he wanted to do. Did you do it during the show? No. He dropped it from the show when you told him you were upset about it, right? It didn't happen again, did it? Right. That's respecting your right to say no, right? To any other contact like that, right? If he did the photo, that was on the tour, right? Before you probably even said something about that, right? You don't know when the photo was taken, right? Again, you're overreacting because of your self-righteous news type mind, right? That's self-righteousness, right? That's not real rape, right? That might be a botched French kiss, right? And you told him you weren't happy with it and he didn't do it again, right? And you might not like the photo because it appeared like, in your mind, being a news anchor, more serious mind, more thinking of him like Bob Hope when he's not Bob Hope, right? You cannot tell what comedian is going to do what, because some are outrageous, right? Like Rodney Dangerfield, for example. Now, if you were on stage with Rodney Dangerfield, for example, what would Rodney do with you? And would you see it the same way, right? Each comedian is different, too, because they grew up during different genres, different eras of comedy, right? Now, today's comedian is more raunchy, right? More sexual, even in their comedy bits, right? They cuss a lot, right? That's what I mean, too, right? I'm not mad with you for being mad with him for doing the kiss. That's acceptable, right? But what is odd is the way you're acting after the kiss when nothing else ensued. That's called holding a grudge. Your anger became wrath because you didn't let it go, right? Over one kiss, right? One sloppy comedic type kiss in Al's mind, and one serious, forceful kiss in your own. Mm-hmm. That's two sides of a coin, right? But your way of looking at things and Al's is more different too, right? The viewpoint of the offender is important too when you're doing something like that, right? You know what I mean? If you're a news person and you're not as familiar with comedy as Al is, you're going to be a little different. He's 56-year-old old comedian, right? You're a young news reporter. You're more serious, stuff like that. So he goes in for a sloppy French kiss and gets his tongue in your mouth or whatever, and you ask him not to do it again, and you don't do it again. The photo could have been taken any time during the tour, but again, only one photo was taken like that, right? Is there any other photos? One photo. Now, this is the difference between real rape and real taking advantage of a female and harassment. Two, when someone touches your boots for real, that's sexual harassment. When they play Tune in Tokyo from afar with a camera where you can tell from the camera angle he didn't touch your breast, that's not sexual harassment. That's a crude photo like in Playboy. Right. Now, Al was doing that as crude humor, yes. But so do other comedians do crude humor in their skits. Right. Now, would Al do that again now that he knows you're that unhappy with it? No. The old adage is what? Fool me once, shame on you, right? You know, anyone can be fooled, shame on me, right? But shame on you, right? You fool me twice, shame on me. I should know better the second time, right? That's what that means too. Anyone can be tricked into something one time, right? Even if it's the same thing repeatedly with different people or whatever, you're not trying to do any of that, right? You're just trying to be a normal person in your neighborhood doing your normal routine. You don't mess with no one. You stay to yourself. You try to talk to people in your neighborhood and be a friend. Now, you know when someone's being rude to you too, right? No matter their rank in the military. A lieutenant should respect a disabled E3 more than himself because the disabled E3 was injured for his country's service. Even if this work means cop or something like that, right? While on base. Now, the thing is, it don't matter your rank anymore once you're retired or out the military. You're a retired lieutenant, right? I'm a disabled E3, right? None of that matters. That's a fireman in the Navy or an EMFN, which is my rank and rating. Now, again, we're from two different branches as well, right? What you consider disrespectful, I might not. I'm an enlisted man, right? We have different ways of doing things too. Now, just because I don't do what you do or you do what I do don't mean we can't get along in the real world, right? But if you don't listen to me or I don't listen to you, we'll just be at each other's throat. And I know normal behavior and weird behavior, right? Why did Sarah's son break up with his girlfriend Augusta and move back in with his mom, right? That's weird. Now, it's not abnormal. That happens all the time though too, right? There too, right? But why actually did she break up with him? Because he did or didn't want a child with her, or what was going on? Or did she not want a child with him anymore? I don't know. But is the mother wanting the son back in the house? I don't know. That's weird too. He is a grown man. He's supposed to live in his own one-bedroom apartment or with his girlfriend in a one-bedroom apartment, right? That's what I was trying to do with Maribel when I was dating her, right? But she didn't want me. She wanted to live with Steve or something, or whatever, right? Or Bart, or Miles, or whatever. Or her mom, whatever. I don't know. Now, if anyone's being fooled or tricked, it's me. Not Maribel, not Steve, not Miles, not Bart, not Miss Mitchell, Maria Mitchell, her mom, me. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm trying to figure out what the hell she's doing to me. And all she's doing is fucking me whenever she wants to, and I'm her side cock, right? That's all I know. That's all you know. Same with Sheena, same with Daphne, right? Whatever reasons they married me, it was not for my benefit, but theirs was theirs. There too. Or had sex with me, whatever you want to call it. Daphne married me, but Sheena and Maribel didn't, but it's confusing there too, right? Now, anyone call you 3 years later and tell you a story, what, you expect me not to care about what you told me, right? I didn't break up with you so you could call me 3 years later and tell me something crazy like that, right? Did I? No. I broke up with you to never hear from you again, right? The whole course of the relationship, I wrote you letters, but then I stopped cold turkey, right? Whole course of the relationship, I was having sex with you, but then I stopped cold turkey. Whole thing stopped, right? Then you met Scott, according to your story, and then you found out you were pregnant and you had a baby and all that, right? That's all I'm at. Now, I know is what you told me about all that too. It's not my fault if your dumbass treated me so badly that I cheated on you with Michelle and didn't tell you like Bart did with you, and you broke up with him, right? The only reason I did that for is when I broke up with you, I wanted you to know it was over. I didn't do it to get you pregnant, in spite. I didn't know that would even get you pregnant. No one ever told me that. They told me you might get pregnant and not even know for 4 months or so, which is when you were a Scot, right? But I didn't know it would get you pregnant. How could I? I never dealt with that before, right? No one does. Now, the thing is, the only way you could have gotten pregnant, though, is if you took it off for granted yourself, right? You know what I mean? If you take someone for granted so long, they'll just break up with you out of the blue, right? Because you're not doing what they want, but what you want, right? That's the problem there, too, right? Now, I don't have to agree with anyone's story. I can agree to disagree. Freedom of speech. I know. Right. So, anyway, that's the point, right? Anyway, have a great day. Bye-bye.